Good morning, fellows. I just listened to David Icke explain how we're probably going to be run by the Nazis, Germany, like we're on our way there. He explained it his way, and I can see why. Um, I'm going to take, he basically had gone through the truth that every segment of our society has psychopaths, and the logical progress, I guess he kind of equated to them. But David Icke is Nibiru, point of origin. He's a positive man, and he's going to tell everybody exactly what he thinks, and that love should be the choice made. I know that about him. So I'm going to take you on a trip, peeps. Maybe some have seen these correlations before, but I'm going to throw out direct ties between the Roman Catholic Church and the Nazi Empire and the transition from Hitler to Bush, all in one felt swoop. So if David Icke thinks that one day that will be the case, Laura Magdalene Eisenhower has reported that government officials who were in touch with her, that she's the handoff transition to be able to tell us these things with some level of authenticity. Every member of Congress signed the document, and we surrendered on paper to the German Socialist Democratic Party. So you could argue that it's done already. It was delivered to Red China, who went, okay. It says German Democratic Socialist. That's good enough for us. We'll translate it into Mandarin and put our footprint on it with our artificial sun, since we're the Red Dragon, and we did Wuhan, and ain't nobody getting nowhere without us. But so you have communism. It's a thing. It's a doctrine. It's been cooking madly while we've been trying to be free over here and trying to go fight it. You'll find out that JFK had no real issues with people, Cubans per se. He wanted to go, hey, come on, let's go do this right. You would believe that he and Castro, you've got a lot of commonalities there. He was holding off on doing things. Bush was the agitator to make it all work. So let's get to him. Here we go. We're going to start with, I'm going to explain to you chronologically. It is going to blow you away what they did back in World War II to begin. But let's start with George Bush. I'll set the scene up by turning it off my face and showing you. Whoop. All right, so here he is. Now he's being rescued at sea. They captured it. I've shown it before. So what occurred? We'll watch him. Joseph McMonigal remote viewed all this. He's a gifted man. And he says that the team that was trying to get Bush was captured and eaten. So these are Nazis right here. There's Bush. He made it. He's a young man. There's a pretend American flag. And away we go. So you got it. Let's take one look at our man. See, he knows where the camera is. Look. Hey, how you doing? He'll catch it. Oh. Alright, so that's that. Here's some information on the actual cover story. I'll call it September 2nd. It's a good date. So he was a torpedo bomber pilot. And he could launch. He drove like a Grumman. It was a 3-letter name, but it was a torpedo. So a plane that drops a torpedo into the water and then it goes underwater. You with me, class? He didn't drive a Mercedes. his role was amongst the most dangerous. So he was conducting a bombing mission on a Japanese installation on the island of Chichijima in the Pacific when he encountered heavy anti-aircraft fire. The engines on Bush's plane was set ablaze, yet Bush managed to release his bombs and head back towards the aircraft carrier San Jacinto before bailing out over water. 2 other crew members perished in the attack. After floating on a raft for 4 hours, the submarine crew fished a safe but exhausted Bush out of the water. So he was out there floating around, and there was radio comms as to what occurred. But the people that went to get him were eaten. And then you just saw the actual recovery on a U-boat. So big things were happening with U-boats. Because Vannevar Bush, I'd say no relation, because Bush changed his name from his name to Scherf, like his family name. But at this point, he's been rescued. He's already taken the baton from Hitler. I guess I ought to show that old picture. Stand by. Okay, so as commonly known, Prescott Bush was a Nazi financier during World War II. That's George's father. There's George as a young man. Probably looks every bit of 13 or so. And there's Adolf, his older brother, Prescott. So I did a lengthy video that shows that there was an umbrella man at the Kennedy assassination site, and that Prescott Bush was sending a message to Neville Chamberlain, who was the Prime Minister of England at the time, who allowed Hitler, they had a good relationship, and Hitler was allowed to walk all the way through France because Chamberlain wanted him to take out the Queen. That wasn't the game plan, as the Kennedy family would come to find out when JFK got knocked out in the head. Stand by.